right, hello YouTube. It's been a while since we've streamed out of here, but we are here now. Thanks very much for tuning in for week 15 of the quarantine sessions. This is our last week that we're going to be doing of the quarantine sessions. I'm not saying I'm done streaming, but it is technically where I am out of quarantine because I've started doing shows again. So we're going to take this week to do the last bit of it. So I appreciate you tuning in today. Let me know where you're coming from, and let me know if you can hear everything okay. It should be coming through. All of my things say it's working fine. Okay. All right, we're doing good on this front. Let me just do one more thing over here, and then we'll start up officially. Detach this. So that I can see the chat while I'm live streaming here. All right. Well, thanks again for tuning in, everyone. All right, so I think we're about ready. I see you dancing there, but there's tension in your stare, as if the world is disturbing your peace, as if there's something deep inside you try so hard to hide, leaves you aching to find your sweet release. Just come with me, and I'll show you a place where the wind flows free. Let the warm air hit your face. There's no disgrace, so breathe it in. And so we begin in the corner of your home little room. It's like roses in bloom. I breathe it in. There's freedom in the basking in the wind. Just take a seat with me. Let it run free. There is no shame. Feel the tension ooze away. I still want you by my side. It makes you feel alive. Feel the fragrance of creation as you stay. It's a love so fine, but now just let it flow from your depths into mine. I let the warm air hit your face. There's no disgrace, breathe it in. And so we begin in the corner of your home little room. It's like roses in bloom, breathe it in. There's freedom in the basking in the wind. Once you're satisfied, just return to the dance and to the soundtrack of your life. But so you know, if the tension ever grows, then come back here to find me and let the wind blow. Let the warm air hit your face. There's no disgrace, breathe it in. And so we begin in the corner of your home little room. It's like roses in bloom, breathe it in. There's freedom in the basking in the wind. There's freedom in the basking in the wind. All right, thanks again. Let me know you're out there. And I am taking requests today, so if you have anything you want to hear, please let me know. In the meantime, I got a set list here prepared with original tunes for you. Stuff off of my first 2 records and a couple of newer songs. And this next one, like the one before it, is from my first record. This song is called Chasing Her Dream. Takes her post at the supermarket, where she's been working since her high school years. Time goes slowly as the patrons come and go by, a constant tone ringing in her ears. Late at night in the darkness of her childhood, after she closes the store, she lies awake with her wings tucked into her blanket, wondering if there's more. She's chasing her dream, wherever it may go, whatever it may be. She's chasing her dream. Chasing her dream, she's chasing her dream. She packs her bags and she takes off running. Her goal is the California sun. She meets up with some old friends who have somehow ended up there too. And they all know what she had done. Late at night she takes her little Jackie by the hand. He says she'll be okay. She can't see past the smirk that is her own reflection. She drowns her pain away. She's chasing her dream, wherever it may go, whatever it may be. She's chasing her dream. Heaven only knows to what it will lead. Oh, his eye is on her as she spins around. But he doesn't stop her as she lays her weary soul down. She lays her weary soul down. In the coolness of a Texas winter, her face holds a mortal stare. She always said she would find herself or die trying. No, no, but it doesn't end there. Late at night as the rain pounds on my window under the city lights, I little bird spreads her wings for the first time. A sparrow takes her flight, just chasing her dream. Wherever it may go, whatever it may be, just chasing her dream. Heaven only knows to what it will lead. Just chasing her dream. Chasing her dream, chasing her dream. All right, thanks again. And again, if you have a request, please let me know. This next song is a newer song, hasn't been released on a record yet. And, oops, that's not the right one. And the song was written about a relative of mine who left his home in New Jersey to move to North Dakota about a couple of years ago. He now lives in South Dakota. But I decided to keep the name Dust of North Dakota just because that's where it was going. All right. Hello, Karen. I'm doing quite well. Thank you very much. So this is Dust of North Dakota for you. The dust of North Dakota rides and stumbles across the plains. Dry wind carries forward to its destination pain. It makes it to these rusted Bismarck alleyways that stand, only to be lifted up again. There's a hope for snow that falls across this cold New Jersey ground, an icy drink to quench this thirst that seems to get around. A water tower won't suffice, if anything they seek the wide Missouri River for relief. Maybe that's exactly what you need. I see nothing of value any satellite can show. The dusty badlands live with only copperheads and rows. At least the people here have an excuse to have their fun. Nowhere to hide, but everywhere to run. So in between the whiskey bottles stretched across your lips, or rum that swims inside the Coke can at your fingertips, you'll meet a young coyote with a mouth covered in foam. Will you run away or face the battle dawn? It's not a fight you have to take alone, but the dust of North Dakota is your home. All right, thanks again. can't sleep tonight. There's 1,000 fireflies. Tomorrow fears it might. Glowing yellow stain my eyes. It occurs to me, more so than I wish to say, the pain of which I sing, built up longer than today. There is still an ember, a flicker of a flame that made it through the worst falls, the desert storm and rain. Tomorrow I will try again, but tonight here I lay. I work through the day. In the moment I ignore, I collect my pay, but I won't return for more. With my inner strife on this filter system too, I can't live my life at a wall I can't break through. There is still an ember, a flicker of a flame that made it through the worst falls, the desert storm and rain. Try again, but tonight here I lay. When the moon is new, or the cover clouds my stay, that's when I must escape. There's only so much I can take. There is still an ember, a flicker of a flame that made it through the worst falls, the desert storm and rain. Tomorrow I will try again, but tonight here I lay. I can't move tonight. All right. Well, thanks again, and please feel free to share this live stream. Bring your friends along. More the merrier here. The more conversation we have, the better it goes. And if you have a request, please feel free to leave that in the chat. All right, this next song is called Fun and Games. This is a song that I wrote with a friend of mine named Robert Walden, who lives out in San Diego. And he used to be a guidance counselor in the state of New Jersey, and when we got together to write, he told me this story about one of his students. and we turned that into our song here. Lifetime only in a moment, hit the brakes at 17. When the choices that you make and the chances that you take split your life apart at the seams. Ever since that day I hide my past away so I never have to see it again. The peak of my despair and the pictures and the beer that we shared in a life contained. It was all fun and games until the light turned black in the middle of the day. It was all fun and games until the drunken answers just got in the way. It was all fun and games till the ice called out his name. Slipping in the snow and we're sliding off the road and we're driving towards a tower tree. I look off to my right, the blood has left his eyes in a last stop sobriety. Time is standing still, it's flying off the hill. I can feel my life closing in. I wake up with the sun, they tell me he was gone and I'm never gonna see him again. It was all fun and games until the light turned black in the middle of the day. It was all fun and games until the drunken answers just got in the way. It was all fun and games till the ice called out his name. Too many words left unsaid. Tree standing wilted and weak after 7 years gone by. This burden drags me down like a chained up angry hound. It drains the strength I need to cry. Now this basement is my home, trapped inside my broken soul. I see no future and no hope. I wish it wasn't him, but I'm glad it wasn't me. That's why the guilt surrounds me so. That's why the guilt surrounds me so. It was all fun and games until the light turned black in the middle of the day. It was all fun and games until the drunken answers just got in the way. It was all fun and games until the light turned black in the middle of the day. It was all fun and games till the drunken answers just got in the way. It was all fun and games till the ice called out his name. It was all fun and games till the ice called out his name. All right. Well, thank you so much. That song again is not on any record, and neither is this next one. This is called Build This City. This will be on the next record. In Patterson on the bread box line, he lost his home on his own dime. She rules the bright light serenade with a child at her promenade. Theater man in the tightest jeans, her husband sick in bed asleep. From the ashes of pain and pity, come together, let's build this city. innocence with charcoal skin. His brother shot by a blue man's tin. A mother trapped in a textile mill risked her hand for her mouths to fill. Concrete towers proud and tall, how many iron workers fall. From the ashes of pain and pity, come together, let's build this city. We used to be a solemn land, planted firmly in the sand. Shots were called our conscience here. We wake up to see just what they did. They ripped apart the prophet's tongue, and the murderer is free to run. The gambler hits the sloping stride, climbing up to the money's high. The working man has a beggar's kiss. God knows we are better than this. So from the ashes of pain and pity, come together, let's build this city. 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 All right, thanks again. Whew. That's a good one. All right, keep moving along here. We're gonna switch over to this guitar. This song is relevant to what's going on in the country right now. My last big live stream was done on Facebook, and that was how do I put it? It was basically this big thing about the Black Lives Matter movement and about the importance of it, and how it's affecting our lives today. You know, more awareness, people realizing what is going on. It's good to see so many Confederate statues being taken down in the South and everything. All that's good stuff. And it's stuff that we need to do for progress. But one of the first instances where that became a prominent thing was with the death of Freddie Gray in Baltimore, and that's what this song is about. Of course, there were many issues following that came to prominence, but this is this specific one that this song is about. This is called Baltimore. The TV shows you an illusion. There's a darker side of town. They tremble at the thought of being next in line as the higher powers pound. The lucky ones sweat out the city jail. The others blaze a rosewood, brown and blood red trail. Baltimore, can you hear children crying? Baltimore, can you hear the people singing? Let the revolution pass through Baltimore. jail van skids through these poor man's streets. We just let them have their fun. His hands are tied, his body's loose against this floor and walls. That'll teach him not to run. Head to Great Bar and he's gone. Blue skies turn to gray as his soul passes on. Baltimore, can you hear your children crying? Baltimore, can you hear the people singing? Let the revolution pass through Baltimore. These martyrs leave their sidewalks wounded and stained. It's up to us to summon down the cleansing rain. Their names are stapled to our chest. We won't stop till they can rest. Baltimore, can you hear your children crying? Baltimore, can you hear the people singing? Baltimore, can you hear your country crying? Baltimore, can you hear the people singing? Let the revolution pass through Baltimore. Revolution pass through Baltimore. All right, thanks again. And on the note of the Black Lives Matter movement, it's important to keep raising awareness to it, because these instances are still happening now. We're still hearing about, shootings that are going on, or instances where African Americans are being abused by the police and by people elsewhere. So this is not going to be going away anytime soon. This next song is called Fixin' for a Broken Heart. You're fixing for a broken heart. Broken promises will crumble into dust. I can see that it lights your spark, but you're fixing for a broken heart. Walking down the street, bent in his way, sweet nothings in your ear, and you'll follow everywhere he'll lead. Listening to him, try to convey. He says everything you want, but does he give you everything you need? You're fixing for a broken heart. Broken promises will crumble into dust. I can see that it lights your spark, but you're fixing for a broken heart. You're sailing towards a perfect storm, the kind of wind that will blow your dreams away. Empty words sound nice for a start, but you're fixing for a broken heart. Money, comfort, glory, acclaim, but there's more to life than being just another rich man's bride. A pawn on the board of his power game, just a passenger on a twisted roller coaster ride. You're fixing for a broken heart. Broken promises will crumble into dust. I can see that it lights your spark, but you're fixing for a broken heart. You're sailing towards a perfect storm, the kind of wind that will blow your dreams away. fixing for a broken heart. Do you know what you get between these old forgotten lines? Are you sure it's the truth? 'Cause the truth hurts sometimes. You're fixing for a broken heart. Broken promises will crumble into dust. I can see that it lights your spark, but you're fixing for a broken heart. You're sailing towards a perfect storm, the kind of wind that will blow your dreams away. Empty words sound nice for a start, but you're fixing for a broken heart. Yeah, you're fixing for a broken heart. Come on, let me fix your broken heart. All right, well, I got 2 more songs planned for you. So if you want to request, now's the last chance to send it in the chat. This next song is called The Finish Line. This song is not on any record or anything. It was recorded for the Breathe sessions, which was Breathe being my last record that I put out back in 2018, but didn't make the cut. But I do play it once in a while, especially around election season, which we are in now. If you live here in New York, the primary is tomorrow. So I encourage you to go out and vote, especially if you have a representative that's on a ballot. But anyway, here's a song in question. This is called The Finish Line. Money gives the orders high, officials blind, and pockets lined. They either don't see or they just don't care. Everybody knows their names. They run the race on that alone. The light turns green and they're halfway there. They pick the winner, 'cause nobody else really matters here. We're not gonna win the here and now. It's a different race we're here to run. Beyond the tape, then we spread out, basking in their fake fluorescent sun. Gears begin to grind just past the finish line. Once the celebration ends, the trophy's handed to the strong, and litter lines the decrepit streets. But that is where the work begins. Heroes work behind the scenes. Sweepers line as the cameras flee. Don't give the trouble of saying we don't really matter here. We're not gonna win the here and now. It's a different race we're here to run. Beyond the tape, then we spread out, basking in their fake fluorescent sun. Gears begin to grind just past the finish line. We are the cleaners, the drivers, street sweepers who clean up the guns. We are the rebels, the fighters, crusaders and fathers and mothers, the daughters and sons. We're not gonna win the here and now. It's a different race. We're not gonna win the here and now. It's a different race. We're here to run beyond the tape that we spread out, basking in their fake fluorescent sun. Years begin to grind just past the finish line. Just past the finish line. All right. Well, thanks again, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. And I hope to see you next time. I will continue to live stream here on YouTube as much as I can. And my next live stream is actually going to be on Thursday on Facebook. You can go to my Facebook page here. There are links for it in the description as well. If you would like to, if you're interested in what I'm doing and want to help support me financially, there are two options for it. One is right up here with Patreon. My Patreon page, I post things regularly on there. Or for a one-time donation, you can leave a tip on my PayPal link. And thank you again very much if you decide to do that. If you don't, I get it. It's a hard time for a lot of us out there, you know. But I'm going to close out with this song. This song is off of my my latest EP, Breathe, as Baltimore and Ember were. And this song can also be heard on Ellis Paul's latest album, The Storyteller's Suitcase, that came out last year. He did a version of it. This is called How You Say Goodbye. The bass isn't loaded. I bow down to the floor. A single shot on this screen plot is all I'm asking for. September is faded. No room for wanting more. My sad goodbye that's spoken through the stadium ensures. The temple is floating. The cheers sound much too good. The backyard sales of tallest tales is far too understood. I'm taking my chances with a slightly crooked grin and a fire in my eyes in a timely telling sim. If the pitch comes in over the plate, just the right speed and perfectly straight, a swing of the bat and it cracks and the crowd goes wild. It's a long line drive to dead center field. It's over the wall and the legacy's sealed. That, my friends, is how you say goodbye. So many moments, but none to save the day. I never had that chance, but that's the price I had to pay. But now I am grounded. Fans ignite the flame, and the lightning says straight road ahead to glory and to fame. When the pitch comes in over the plate, just the right speed and perfectly straight, the swing of the bat and it cracks and the crowd goes wild. It's a long line drive to dead center field. It's over the wall and the legacy's sealed. That, my friends, is how you say goodbye. Oh, this face looks better than a morning glory bloom, but I'm struck out way more times. You can fit in this older room, but as I turn to leave, I find a strength I'll never tell. So I'm climbing up the down escalator for one last kiss farewell. And the pitch comes in over the plate, just the right speed and perfectly straight. Swinging the bat and it cracks and the crowd goes wild. It's a long line drive to dead center field. It's over the wall and the legacy's sealed. And that, my friends, is how you say goodbye. Oh, and that, my friends, is how I said goodbye. All right, well, that's going to do it for me. Thanks very much for coming online with me today. And I hope to see you on Thursday for the Facebook live stream, where will be the official conclusion of the quarantine sessions here on live stream. Thanks very, very much for tuning in. I'm glad you enjoyed tonight's live stream, and I hope to see you next time. I've started booking, as I said before. I've started booking social distancing shows, quote unquote, to play some outdoor shows where people are nicely spread out, and that's for both my regular cover shows as well as my original stuff out there. And I see I'm starting to get dropped frames already, so I'm gonna finish this out quick. I'll see you out on the road. Find me on Facebook, support me on Patreon or PayPal, and find me elsewhere online. Thanks very much. Thank you, Karen, for enjoying the show. I'm glad you could be here, and I hope to see you all next time. And again, see you Thursday on Facebook. Peace and love, you guys.